folks, Mike here, EDC Patrol. Hope you're all doing well. This is just kind of add on to part two, what we were discussing on gear and different things. Pops, one of my subscribers, had mentioned something that I already knew, but maybe I failed to mention. That's fine. Everybody has a place. Everybody has a place. So you don't have to be running per se. I mean, if you go back and look to the LA riots, the Koreans, a couple of them had them little AR-7, military pilot 22s that very short. And using back the ammo back then in the 90s, late 80s and 90s, and the ammo we got now is far supreme to what we had, 10, even 20 years ago. The ammunition is always getting better. And they were defending their buildings and their homes and their businesses with 22s and shotguns. So you use what you like. 9mm or 40, 45 ACP carbine. One of them little PCCs. You pick your brand. Use what you like. Nothing wrong with it. It'll work. Biggest thing is getting people together with you. 3 to 5 as a minimum would be great in your area. Like-minded people that you can totally trust. 10 would be awesome. But the thing it is, get out, walk together, talk about things, have discussions. What are your plans? Come up with plans to do things. Set it down, write it up. Behind, in military, behind every frontline infantry soldier, you got 8 to 10 people in support. Logistics, weather, mechanics, medical people, transportation, you name it. There's always going to be a spot for everybody. But say you don't have a great big group. There's only 10 of you, and most of you are over 45, we'll say. I know that's kind of younger, but we'll say 50 and over. But you're in still decent shape. You can get out and walk. And none of us can run like we used to. I know I can't. You probably can't either. And if you don't, that's fine. So, with that being said, find what kind of weapon you like. Start stocking up on your ammunition, cleaning stuff. Stock up on your supplies, your food, water, ways to purify water. Have ways to do that. Find a way to cook. One of them little gasifiers like we was talking about, or wood stick stoves. I'm not so much into those little jet boy. Yeah, they cook fast and all that, but man, I've seen them in wintertime not do so good. But in those little gasifiers and wood pulled up stoves, like I got that little box stove you guys see me do, you can use wood pellets. You can buy them things dirt cheap. The thing about a gasifier, it cooks very efficient and there's no smoke on it. And that will be a purchase I'll have in the future. Fighting gear. That's kind of a niche thing. That's going to be up to you and where you're at and what you're doing. You don't have to get gobbled down with a lot of heavy, unnecessary stuff. But remember, everybody can do security. Everybody can do scouting, reconnaissance. Listen to radio. Keep an eye on weather. Get you one of them little wind-up AM, FM weather radios. Listen to your local news and stuff, Get you a little thin wire, 8-10 foot long with a little alligator clip, and have a way to wire it up. That way, if you get your little radio, you can put an alligator clip on your antenna running out. You can pick up better. One I've got is solar and wind up. It works great. I didn't give her much for it on Amazon. There are some out there that's a lot better. And if you can afford that, great. I would go with that. Again, on comms, get what you like. But I'm telling you, them little bubble packs, whether it's from Amazon, Walmart, Meijer, wherever, Target, you name it, Bob's. I use Baofeng. Some people say, "Oh, that's Chinese." Blah blah blah. They can hear. No, there's no encryptions on a lot of these radios or any of these radios, honestly. Okay, just saying. Military and police. That's about it. Joe General Public. Like I said, I can pick you up. My radio's got a scan on it. Pick you right up. Those little codes or whatever they got, those little secret codes, no, don't fall for that. That's a misnomer. As far as carrying, at least have a couple extra magazines with you, loaded. 5 would be better. 8 would be better, depending on where you're at, what you're doing. At least, some water, first aid kit, a little flashlight, extra backup battery. That's even just patrolling in your neighborhood. If you can't afford one of them ballistic helmets, at least look at, like your Goodwill or Amazon, whatever, at least get you like a bump helmet. I've seen people, and I tested this for my grandson. It was a test, and I've seen other people do it. But think about it. Like one of them skater helmets or bicycle helmets, it ain't going to be ballistically, but if you get hit with a stick or a rock or something, at least it'll protect your noggin. Sand it down, prime it, paint it, tape off the black or whatever, and prime it and paint it. Do it for whatever you guys like in your area. Small binocular. Look at them. You can buy them on Amazon or one of your big outdoor stores, your big box stores like Academy or whoever, or again, Amazon. So much on there. If you can get a little remote control, one of them little small remote, a little small remote control, sorry, I had to sneeze. What I was trying to say is get you one of them small remote control drones. A lot of them less than $100, and you can see at night and everything else. If you're using it for an emergency to see what's going on around you, that would be a great option. Get you a little chest rig or whatever you like, or one of the modern Y harness belts, at least have you a poncho. Get you a good poncho. You're going to need it. Some good socks, a good pair of boots. These are things I would stock up on. Batteries, extra batteries. If you can get the rechargeables for all, AA, AAA, and whatever else you use, and get those little charging stations and get you, I don't know, off of Amazon or Harbor Freight. They got those big solar panels and maybe a jackery to go with it, or some kind of solar charger or something. You got a way to have power for whatever. But back to the individual person. You need mechanics. You're going to need people that can build things. Somebody knows basic weather, not when it's happening, that can kind of look at the clouds. Because if the phones go down and everything, you're going to need to know these things. Basic first aid. What we used to call fieldcraft, how to prepare food and different things and take care of things in the field. The camping and fieldcraft or bushcraft people, they get out and they practice this stuff, and that's a good thing to do. So if this doesn't, if there's something else you need to know or would like to see me do in this series, please comment down below. Give me a thumbs up. There's so many things and places. Just because we're getting older and a little slower doesn't count us out. Like I said, if you got somebody who doesn't get around so well, they can be your con person. They can be your in around where your base at or whatever it's going to be, and they can listen on the radio or get things ready or keep things kind of going, keep some coffee going. Buy instant coffee. I know a lot of people don't like it, but it may be the way to go. Stock it back, keep it dry, it'll be fine. Okay? Again, if there's something you want me to touch on or something, comment below, let me know. Till next time, hope you're all doing well. So Mike, EDC out.